team, Brian Buckosh here, core design engineer with Brunswick Bowling, to talk to you today about two new releases in the DV8 lineup that you can add to your holiday wish list, the Warrant Solid and the Decree Pearl. So let's jump right in. First up, the Warrant Solid, which contains the same asymmetrical captive core that was found in the original Warrant. That core has a total differential of 0.054 and an intermediate differential of 0.012. Just as a refresher, total differential controls track flare and thus total hook, and 0.054 is pretty high, especially for a ball that's not in the top price point. 0.012 intermediate differential is pretty moderate. That means that it'll have more response to friction than a typical symmetrical ball, but not as much as the high-end asymmetricals. This core also contains DOT and Dynamicore, which, as you guys already know, DOT, durability optimization technology, means that the core is pinned at the bottom of the ball and a circle engraved dot is at the top, so that you can put any layout you want on this ball without worrying about drilling through the pin or voiding the warranty. And Dynamicore is the blue stuff that you see when you drill into the outer core of this ball. That helps increase pin carry by transferring more energy from the ball to the pins at impact. Surrounding this core is the Enforcer SF Solid cover stock. You'll recognize the Enforcer nameplate from the Hitman series, and that was actually a very successful and underrated series in the DV8 lineup. This SF Solid is the first time we've seen a solid version of the Enforcer cover, and it's aggressively sanded at 500 and then 1500 Sierra pads, meaning that you're going to see a lot of mid-lane traction. Next up is the Decree Pearl. The Decree Pearl contains the same command symmetrical core that was found in the original Decree, and that one's already become a fan favorite. This symmetrical core has a 0.042 total differential and is wrapped in the Composite Fang Pearl cover stock. You'll recognize the Composite Fang name from the Pitbull series, and it was first found as a pearl on the Glam. The difference between the Glam and this new Decree Pearl is that this core cover combination promotes more length and a sharper response to friction. We've complemented that motion by changing the finishing process to 500, 1000, 2000 with crown compound over top. Without delay, I'm going to take you to some comparison charts and show you how this ball stacks up with the rest of the DV8 lineup. First, we'll take a look at DV8's chart, which categorizes their releases by oil volume and by back-end reaction. You'll see that the Warrant Solid can handle a pretty heavy amount of total oil volume. It shapes a little more than a Verge, but not quite as much as the Intimidator series. The Decree Pearl handles a similar amount of total oil volume as a Glam, but you'll notice that it has a sharper response to friction. This chart contains every release in the DV8 lineup for 2020. It's sorted by oil volume, from heaviest on the left to lightest on the right, and by ball motion shape, with the three main ball motions being early strong mid lane on top, angular back end in the middle, and smooth continuous on the bottom. The remaining two categories, late strong mid lane and hard arc, bridge the gap between the categories they are adjacent to. Our two new releases, Warrant Solid and Decree Pearl, are highlighted in yellow. The Warrant Solid, with its crazy DV8 colors, handles a medium-heavy amount of total oil volume and fits squarely in the late strong mid-lane category. Compared to a like-drilled Intimidator Solid, you'll see the Warrant Solid get cleaner through the front and make a rounder shape off the friction, while still offering plenty of total hook. If you're a speed-dominant or rev-challenged player who migrates toward these stronger asymmetrical balls, you could easily use Warrant as the first ball out of your bag on most house shots and medium oil conditions. You could also use Warrant as a step down from an Intimidator Solid or a step up from an Intimidator Pearl. If you're a more matched player or more rev-dominant, the Warrant Solid might be all the ball you need for the heaviest of oil patterns. I can see you using this on fresh heavy patterns and even flatter patterns with more medium volume. When the Warrant Solid becomes too much ball for any player style, it's an easy transition to jump down to a Warrant or an Intimidator Pearl to open up the lane with more skid through the front part of the lane and more response to friction. The original Decree offered a ton of hook at its price point and gained a lot of traction because of that, pun absolutely intended. Because of the versatility of this core, you'll notice that the Decree and the Decree Pearl are actually quite a bit different from one another. The Decree being early, strong, smooth, and continuous, and the new Decree Pearl handling a medium-light amount of total oil volume and being on the line between an angular back-end motion and a hard arcing motion. What this means is that the Decree Pearl makes an excellent late day ball when the fronts or the mids have started to go and you want to step in. Make sure the ball gets plenty of easy length and responds to friction abruptly. I see the Decree Pearl being an excellent choice for bowlers who have been using the Decree or the Verge Pearl in the beginning of the block and need a better option for getting the ball down the lane and around the corner. That's all the info I have on these two new releases from Deviate, available in pro shops worldwide beginning December 3rd. That's just in time for the holidays, so pick one up as a gift and keep one for yourself. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you share this video around, like and subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook pages, Bowling Buckeye. Feel free to leave me a comment, and make sure you check back because I'll be making new videos as new releases from the brands of Brunswick come out. So until next time, thanks for watching.